satellite with the clients.
Even the satellite are not public, like spy satellite. There's a group of people that don't have a girlfriend, and then they spend their time trying to spot satellite. So what they do is you can see a shining object in the sky, they take a picture, and then they analyze the speed and direction of the satellite, and then they can guess the exact coordinate of the satellite, the orbit, etc. And it's also public. There's a website. I forgot the name of the group.
Second one, we have to prepare the equipment by pointing the antenna to the satellite. This tool is called inclinometer. It's the digital one to see how many degrees that we need. This one is the analog old version of the inclinometer, and the satellite dish. We have quite a lot. Then the modem, we have like 6 or 7 pairs. And the cables, etc. Well, we were lucky. We can get that from well, honestly, I used to set up a company that provide internet service using satellite. It went bankrupt, and we still kept the equipment. Plus, we have like several clients also providing satellite connectivity, and they sell the broken parts, and we have some friends that actually can fix it, like satellite dish, the outdoor unit, the modem, etc. Then next step is to find the free frequency. The free one, free is the other client or the legal client's frequency allocation that we will try to use.
Just a word about that. As Jim was running an ISP for the government, and when you work for government, they always pay late, etc. So sometimes it was not possible to pay the uplink provider, so they had to find some generous satellites operated by China to provide
free internet,
free bandwidth for Indonesia.
Well,
that was during the crisis, by the way.
Yeah.
And it was endorsed by the government. But don't quote us on that.
Then we do trial on transmit and receive the data. We configure the modem. We do a manual test on transmit and receive. The code rate. Well, it's all on the manual of the modem. So, well, none of us actually has a background on satellite things. We just learn it by ourselves. Yeah. Okay. Demodulation part. Receive data rate 64 kbps. Frequency use. Code rate. And I think, yeah, one of my friends actually working as a analyst on a company that runs satellite things. And after we present this second part last year on BCS, he came to me and he told me that actually there are several naughty customers that do the similar stuff like we did. So yeah, we just configure things up on our base and the remote area. We use at that time Padang on West Sumatra. All the configuration just exactly like the normal one. But what makes the difference is like we use the other people frequency allocation. And there are, well, the provider, of course, they be able to detect our action, and they try to jam our uplink or downlink.
How do they jam the?
Just send over power.
They actually do that.
Yeah, they do that. And we managed to come up with the workaround. The last part, we do the detection evasion. So imagine this is like the allocated frequency, the light green one, and the dark green is the frequency used by the user. User never use like the whole frequency allocation normally. And we have our on the green, this antenna is ours. We try to use the satellite, and we use the other frequency allocation within the proper one, marked with the darker green, but we configure it with the two modems. And the purpose of the other modem, well, the first one is for uplink and downlink, but the other one is only to sniff the other parameters sent by the proper client. So normally, well, because no other way for the operator to detect who's abusing their connection, they usually contact the client and ask, can you turn off for like 2 or 3 minutes? That's their method to detect like
Very high tech.
well, normally like that. And after that, if the frequency is still used, then they'll be able to locate where are we.
Which one is the rogue user?
Yeah. And by monitoring the sniff the comment that there is no communication for a while, then we managed to wrote a script from using T-Shell and do like automatic login to our Cisco router and turn off the modem automatically for like less than 30 seconds. So in that case, we be able to use the service whenever we want without being able to detect it by the operator. And yeah, hold a second. Yeah, the detection issue, the way they do it is like they require at least another satellites and satellite operator to detect the rogue carrier. It's quite similar to a GPS mechanism. You need like several points to actually view and know exactly where you are. Meaning that there is a satellite operator alliance cooperation involved to solve that problem, or there are specialized company that they deliver service by detecting the rogue carrier. And basically, it is hard to detect if the rogue carrier has ability to switch the frequency automatically prior detection. So, like a few years ago, we managed to present how to compromise the data link layer using DVB, and today we present how to play with the network layer. So, I think we still have a chance to improve our knowledge as like not as the operator but as the user to see another way what's weak in that system. Maybe you want to add something?
Yeah. Actually, I mean, this is like one of the problems. Like 2 years ago, we showed it was possible to connect to the network. It was really I thought we were going to present now again, but we have a really short slot. You just had to, find a PID. To find a PID, you just set the PID to 1, and then you can sniff, all the other PIDs. And the PID is very similar to the SSID on Wi-Fi network. So you just
PID is program ID.
You just get the PID of another customer, and then after, it's really hard. You have to find an IP address, and then a MAC address, and then you're in. Here, this is another technology, and again, there's similar problems. Not only that, is that you have a widespread use of technology, and today it seems like knowledge is completely abstracted. You know, everyone is in this. This morning I was arguing with Marcus Random and I said, you know, you just put things in boxes, you know, but it's a bit of a problem. There's people, they are network engineers. There's this guy is just a system engineer. There's this guy is a web programmer, and this guy is a cable engineer. And people don't communicate, they don't have a global picture, and every time there's a vendor who comes to you, they will say, oh, you know, you have to buy our product, it's good, you're gonna get good performance and this and that. And actually the guy who sells you the stuff, and I've met people selling security product, their background, I mean, they had excellent CV. They closed like millions of dollars of sales. And they were selling vacuum cleaners, fridges, and things like that. And now they sell IT equipment. And I think this is a problem because you have people like selling you a product, and every time in the marketing brochure they will say it's secure. The security feature is not enabled. When they sell a satellite solution, they always say it's secure. It supports VPN security. Recently, like we do a lot of consulting for telecom operators, and our clients are pulling their hair, and they cannot even voice their concern because you know, they will lose face, you know, if they admit they've been, you know, fooled by the vendors. Like you have people that say, yeah, but you say we'll do this. Yes. It was in the proposal. Yes. It was in terms of, yes, but we're not going to do it. And it's always like that. And for the satellites, it's the same. They're going to sell you a secure satellite, but at the end, if you turn on encryption, you're going to have a drop of performance of 80%. Yeah. So what happened is, like we showed you 2 years ago, and probably we have the video from last year, you can actually sniff the traffic. And all the traffic is in clear text. And we've seen it over Wi-Fi, we've seen it over VSAT, and you see ATM transaction in clear text, credit card center in clear text, etc. And this is possible because there is this abstraction of knowledge. You know, everything is in a layer, and you have the guy who's like securing the system, there's another guy, you know, configuring the firewall, and there's the network guy who set up a switch, completely insecure, and he plugs one side of the firewall in the switch, and the other side of the firewall in the same switch. And he leaves a default password like Cisco, or the name of the bank, or the name of the building, or the name of the vendor. And this is really a problem. And when we look at all these problems with satellite, it's a bit annoying. It's like every time, you know, I talk to some friend. I have a friend now who works for Microsoft, and he goes, "Don't worry, you're going to find a solution to all the security problems. You guys are going to be out of a job in a couple of years." And he said that. I think it was like 14 years ago. And he predicted that I will be out of a job in 2 years. And said, don't worry, we're going to solve the security problem. And it's not going to be easy. Because most of the problem, okay, there's a lot of technical problems. You know, bit buffer overflow and, all kinds of problems that are very technical. And we have to come up with technical solutions to the problem. But if you look at the root cause of the problem, most of the time the root cause is very simple. It's lack of training, lack of budget, lack of project management. People try to cut corner. Security is an afterthought. The people don't plan security. They just build a system, and after they try to make it secure just by patching holes, like you will patch the holes on the wheel of your bike. But you wouldn't be happy if you buy a bike in a store and it's already full of holes in the wheels, yeah? But yeah, so it's very difficult, and it's a bit scary because the impact, okay, the impact of these projects, it's a bit worrying. I didn't realize it, even though I work in security, I didn't realize the impact until recently. When I Google, it was a bit of a vanity thing. I was looking up for an article, and I was Googling my name on Google. You know, how lame is that? But, so I typed site colon.go.id, which I was looking for a particular reference on a government website for myself and Rexo Projo, a colleague of mine. And I was surprised because I found the name of my daughter, the full name of my daughter, on the government website, accessible, cached on Google. And I look at it and say, what is this? And then I look, and there's 36 million kids from primary school to uni online on Google. And at first I don't understand. I asked, what does DICNAS mean?
Yeah, it's
it was like the Ministry of Education. And we sent a complaint letter. And then I look again. And I go from the top URL, and then you can see all this, all the province, all the towns, etc. And you can select the school. And I look, and there's a download link for Excel sheet. And here, not only you get the name of the kid, you get the birth date, the birthplace, the home address. what school they go to, what class they go to. And it was really difficult.